Can getting a high score on the ASVAB increase my chances of being stationed overseas? So the ASVAB, which is the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, has no relevance on where you get stationed. For those wondering, here is the minimum requirements for all of the branches of the military if you have a high school diploma or equivalent to, and here's what you need if you have a GED. And I know that Space Force isn't on here, but I'm pretty sure it's a 31. Now, the little 2-digit score that everybody's obsessed with right here, the AFQT, which is the Armed Forces Quotient Test score, is just the thing you need in order to get in the door. Every branch of the military judges your job availability to you and what you qualify for based on what are called line scores. The Marine Corps looks at 4 of these line scores, while the Air Force looks at like 24 of them. And the Marine Corps' ones are the General Technical, which is the GT, the MM, which is the Maintenance Mechanical, the CL, which is the Clerical, and the EL, which is the electrical. Where you're going to be stationed is solely based on the needs of the branch of the military that you're joining. Now, once you're done taking your ASVAB, nobody really cares as long as you've passed. Nobody cares what your score is other than you. Which you should, because it's going to determine what you're qualified for in whichever branch of the military you're trying to join. But the way duty stations work in the Marine Corps, I can't speak for any other branch of the military, is when you join, you go to recruit training. You get done with the recruit training, you go to Marine Corps combat training or infantry training battalion or whatever it's called now. I think it's like IMC. And if you're in the infantry and you graduate IMC, then you're going to get orders to, basically you're going to get a wish list. And they're going to ask you, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to East Coast, West Coast, or overseas? If you didn't go infantry and you went to the POG route, then you're going to go to MCT, which is Marine Combat Training. Once you're done with that, you're going to go to your MOS school. Upon graduation from your MOS school, maybe like a couple weeks prior, they're going to ask you, what are your duty station preferences? Same thing. East Coast, West Coast, or overseas. And you can put them in any order you want, but remember, it just boils down to the needs of the Marine Corps. When I filled out my first wish list, I put East Coast, West Coast, overseas, in that order. And guess what I got? The East Coast of Okinawa, Japan. And while I was at Camp Hansen in Okinawa, Japan, I got to go to a nice little bar called East Coast in Kintown, or Kinville. So the Marine Corps definitely has a wonderful sense of humor. It's kind of like having the opportunity to have a couple wishes that would actually come true, but, you know, the old saying, be careful what you wish for. But looking back on it, being sent all the way around the other side of the planet at 19 years old forced me to grow up a lot. And it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me at that time in my life.